camera. Just bear with me one moment.
I hope you ask difficult questions.
Oh, I can do it if you like. Excellent. Actually, would it be possible to just do an interview with yourself, Minister?
Yeah, okay.
That's okay. That's the format we're using today. So, just if you could one step back. That's great. Okay, just adjust that. The Millennium Development Goals on health in particular, it does not look like the world is going to meet them. What are your priorities for the post-2015 period in terms of health in particular?
Right. I mean, while there will be different level of achievements of the Millennium Development Goals among different countries, but as a global entity, we have to have targets and have to have agendas, without which there might not be a global movement towards achieving it. In that process, I think it's very important to have such goals. And of course, we have to agree that the capacity to achieve that will differ according to countries, according to the level of capacity and development. But that is where I think as a global approach to health, the level of support and cooperation among countries to actually ensure this can be achieved should be gone. So having said that, coming to Malaysia in particular, of course we are in a different level of achievement in the sense that we have got a very well-structured health system, and by virtue of policy we actually have universal health coverage in the sense that all Malaysians have access to healthcare. And because of that, of course, our challenges will be different, and of course the main challenge that we face is the challenge of non-communicable diseases and an increasing lifespan and its effect on health cost and how we are going to manage this. So that is, I think, will be our main issues post-2015. And the government, Malaysian government, has for long played the pivotal role in providing universal health coverage and ensuring the development of the entire health system, both in preventive, primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare system. So this will be our main problem, and our agenda will of course be how we are going to control NCDs in a way so that it actually doesn't affect the overall health service in a whole. And we are, to put it very briefly, to promote the process of preservation of health rather than actually attempting to treat illness. So while we try to promote it is the investment into preserving people to be in a continued state of health. And I think this investment is the one which is eventually going to give us back the cost of this investment, because that is going to reduce the amount which we're going to spend in terms of managing illnesses, developing hospitals, and providing more costly level of secondary and tertiary level care. So that would be the biggest, the main approach of our health policies as we go post 2015, and to ensure that some of the what the speakers said just now is very relevant. One, of course, empowerment of the individual, which is, I think, vital. Empowerment of the individual in terms of knowledge and their capacity to make the right choices and their capacity to live the right type of life, which will actually be the main thing which will contribute to us to ensure that healthcare becomes more sustainable.
How does a forum like this, the Commonwealth Health Ministers Meeting, help you with the implementation of those goals?
Well, we had an opportunity, of course, just now to share experiences in different countries. That by itself gives you thoughts, even while I was sitting listening to them. I did gather a few thoughts here and there as to what might be relevant as we as a nation to look at. I think that sharing of information and knowledge is a vital thing. And I think the first speaker, the keynote address, did actually put a very comprehensive premise on our achievements so far, and of course the challenges ahead, and what should be the main focus for us to move forward. And that is, in that way, of course, this forum helps, because there are common issues which we need to increase our capacity, notwithstanding, I mean, how we are going, like the issue on food, and how the regulations and the international, and then the international cooperation in that, to ensure that the right type and the right quality of food is actually made available to our people. And like what was put by I was quite impressed by his very bold stand to actually get rid of tobacco, which is a brave statement, and I think that is the kind of statements we need to actually pursue and follow up on a global platform, so those agendas are actually realized. So of course there is a lot of scope for this kind of global cooperation, so long as we think alike.
What value do you place on the Commonwealth in terms of as a forum to help find solutions?
Of course, Commonwealth is an historical evolution of a common historical heritage, which is and I think a lot of Commonwealth countries probably will have a very similar kind of health system, because they all came from an initial similar origin. But having said that, of course, there is different levels of growth and achievement among Commonwealth countries, and there is probably a need for the Commonwealth to recognize this and see how this cooperation entirely amongst countries can be promoted, so that we can all benefit from the experiences and growth of each other.
Thank you very much, Minister. I do appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.